Mm, 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 mm. Mm. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if the polarizing filter I put on my webcam works that well because I'm still seeing a lot of jittery eye movements from my eyes. Yeah, let me calibrate it again. Then again, I might also just be bad at this. That is something that I have come to terms with, and it's okay. But hello! Hello, everybody. Welcome to another day. This is like one of the few days that I actually do stream. 2 days in a row. But, but, this is going to be a super mini tiny stream because I do have some business to attend to. I believe during in like 2 hours, a little bit less than 2 hours actually. So I got vbridger to work, sorta, kinda. We're still working on it, okay? I think that the biggest problem was that my first of all, my webcam isn't the best. It's a webcam that comes with just your regular specular laptop. Technically, it isn't. Technically, it isn't. It didn't come with my laptop. It's like an attachment to the laptop because my laptop doesn't have a webcam. But it does have like its little laptop attachment so that I can use it whenever I can. Again, do not tell my therapist, please. Is hello, Jessica. How are you doing? How are you doing? Today we are learning that vbridger is a little bit silly. Oh God. Also, I don't know how well I look right now. Because apparently, my computer decided to die. Immediately, maybe. Oh God. Oh God. I'm just seeing it go down now. But I have been playing with vbridger a little. I don't know much about it. I obviously didn't change much. I'm using like the average settings. But it does have some problems with tracking my eyes because I have glasses and I am blind. So, also, I don't know why, but my lip movements are also very weird. Maybe it's because this model isn't made for vbridger, but I don't know. I like it. I have been good, yes. Thank you so much for asking. I am right now just like doing some test streams to make sure that my computer won't die if I use a VTuber model. It is very, very important for me that if I am going to stream or do anything of the sort, I will not kill my computer in the process because I don't have enough money to replace it. I don't have also enough patience to get a second exodus of my computer just killing all of my files. Yes. But yeah, I have been playing with the multipliers. I think that is something that I need to like fix a little bit, or maybe set up a bridger to work a little bit better because yeah, it just looks a little bit weird. Mm, mm, mm. And again, the blinking is a little bit bad. Right now, I am not wearing my glasses. I can see, but it is kind of blurry. And again, I'm just like looking at my screen. It isn't even like that far away, but I do need my glasses, unfortunately. The polarizing filter is just the lens of some 3D glasses that I got. You know those old 3D glasses that you get from the cinema when you go watch a 3D movie. Those are technically polarizing filters, and that's sort of like how they work. I don't know the technology, but maybe I'll get a better polarizing filter because even though it does reduce reflections a lot, it doesn't reduce reflections completely. I tried rotating it, I tried doing all sorts of stuff to it and it didn't work very well. Filter will work. Like, layer them up. But I also don't want my webcam to be super dark, so that is something that I'll have to make sure that I test out to its full capabilities. The thing about polarizing filters is that they're very expensive, you see? So, I'm trying to be as, like, DIY as possible. That's why I decided to use the lenses of some 3D glasses. What I did notice is that the lenses of said 3D glasses I use are actually also lighter than the usual lenses from the other 3D glasses. Holy fuck. My stream is dying. Hi, Patsu! Hi. How are you doing? How are you doing? How have you been? It's been a while. It actually has been like a super long time. How have you been? I hope that you've been doing good. My stream is dying. I'm so sorry about that. I am so sorry. There's nothing I can do but watch the frames go down. I think that just my internet decided to like die. It definitely. Because it is going real. OBS, please. I want to restart. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Don't worry about it. But also maybe I'm considering that this model hasn't been made like specifically for vbridger. Maybe that's also something. Thank you so much. This is the Prism customizable model. It was gifted to me by a wonderful Wisp. Yes. Right now we are going to just draw a little bit. I'm probably going to just like edit textures. Is it really a VTuber stream if it isn't scuffed? So true. I may turn off vbridger depending on like if it looks better not vbridged or if it looks better like vbridged. But I don't know. Maybe I'll get like a free model that has vbridger to test out. To see if it works better, or I'll just see what the Prism community says because I am on the Discord server. But yeah. Okay, I think that my internet just stabilized, so, fuck. Come on. You can do this. I believe in you. I believe in you. Are you good? We're good! We're back! I don't know what happened there. But we did it! Let's go! Also, hi, Squadra! How are you doing? You see, Patsu, the reason why I haven't been streaming for a while is because my computer was about to explode. That is the reason why I haven't been able to stream since like the 27th. But I am trying to stream more often now. To like make up for it. And also I am testing a ton of stuff right now. Oh gosh. Also, I think that there is definitely a delay to my vbridger and my VTube Studio because my vbridger looks okay. But then I got to VTube Studio and it is definitely delayed a little bit. I can notice how it's sort of delayed. Yeah, it's got like a couple of milliseconds delay, I think. Like actually explode or hypothetically, well, you see, the thing is that my computer is a gamer laptop. The evil, awful gamer laptop. And this laptop has started overheating a lot recently. Like, if I touch it, it feels very burning hot. Very burny, very bad. But, usually laptops of this type, of this specific type, can actually, I don't know how to say this, can actually withstand a fair amount of heat. Like, an okay amount of heat. Usually the acceptable temperature would be around like 87 degrees, below 90 degrees. And my computer was averaging out at 97 degrees. It was practically boiling. It was the temperature of boiling water here in Colombia because I live in a high altitude, so water boils at 90 degrees. Given that fact, unfortunately, my computer was struggling a lot. It was having the worst time of its life. Also, let me switch out to main so that I can also draw while I yap. Congratulations on getting third PK found that. Thank you so much. So that was something that I had to work with. Also, let me stop vbridger so that I can instead do regular thingamabob. Because, I don't know, it doesn't look that good. Yeah. Calibrate. Why is my head now no? Wait, why is it not? Hello? What's happening? My VTuber, it's just not getting the camera now. Why? Okay, I guess it is vbridger then. Even if it's super wonky. For some reason, it just decided, yeah, no, we're not gonna do that. I have heard from friends that I should probably just get an iPhone because facial tracking on iPhone is way better. But here's the thing. I am poor. And iPhones cost a lot of money. So I am not going to spend even more money getting myself an iPhone just so that I can get semi-decent tracking. That is not something that I am interested in doing. And yes, it is unfortunate that vbridger is a little bit wonky and that there's a delay and all that kind of stuff. But sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. Also, maybe it has to do with like... holy shit, why am I not... blah, 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 blah. Hello there, everybody. I think that I just gotta do like mouth open sensitivity like a fuck ton. Hello there. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, it's just like... it's not making my mouth move for some reason. What? Hello there, everybody. Yeah, it is weird. I know that for vbridger, you can sort of like multiply everything so that it does all that stuff. And, you know, it works well. Also, I think my internet finally stabilized. Yippee! Yahoo! Yippee! But I am aware that, yeah, webcam tracking isn't the best. Also, again, there's definitely a delay with VTube Studio and vbridger for some reason. But that doesn't matter because we're gonna draw. You have like 1 hour-ish. You have 1 hour-ish to draw because I have that call. So, here's the deal. the mouse tracking, it sort of like makes it so that it feels or it looks like this whole my first screen, which is the one that you're not seeing. Sorry about that, guys, but you cannot see my first screen because that's where I have like OBS and stuff and everything. It sort of makes it look as if I was drawing on the far edge of my screen, but it is because I have my screen divided. So, when your screen is divided, it technically does it as like make it a super long screen, so it makes it so that the mouse looks like it is just like on this side. The mouse movement is a little bit wonky like that. You saw my art on Beachan! Yippee! I am glad that me being a verified artist is actually making my art be like shown on Beachan. I'm always a little bit worried that it won't show, to be entirely honest. But I'm glad it works! Yippee! I have also mapped some expressions to my model. Like the expressions of the model. So look, I can be angry. I can be angry. I can then be money hungry. Then I can also be oh, this is like hot eyes. Ah, how lovely. Let's see. I think that this one is a little big, a little bleeding. Yeah, Calle 13. I unfortunately was never able to go to one of their concerts. I was like 13 when they disbanded. But I remember that for their multiviral concerts, they had Monsieur Perine and one of its like as like an opener. And I thought that was like, oh my god, that would be really cool if I were able to go. Because I love those two groups. Unfortunately, it was for people over 18, and I'm pretty sure that I was like 13, 14 when that happened. Yeah, when did Multiviral release? I'm glad that you love Calle 13, I also love them. I don't really listen to Residente a whole lot, to be honest. Wait. When did Multiviral release? But yeah. Oh, 2014. Yeah, I was 13. I was a baby. But yeah, I wasn't able to watch them. And I'm really sad that I never got to watch them live before they disbanded. But I do like some of Reciente's newer songs. I don't think they came to the US. Yeah. I also don't think that they came to the US ever. Because, you know, they're very, like, anti-establishment. And they made a lot of songs criticizing the US. And also, I just don't have the best rep. But, I mean, technically they did have concerts in the US. Now, I'm sure that they had concerts in Puerto Rico. I'm sure, I think. Yeah, I'm sorry. I do look that I can... Now I can move my mouth. I can scrunch my nose. That is very cute. I really do like... I make a lot of facial expressions when I draw, so I am glad that you guys can see that. I don't know why my mouth is lopsided, though. Or maybe they think that my lips are sort of lopsided because they're dry as fuck. That could be it. But yeah, this is sort of like testing out, making sure that everything works, that nothing explodes. Also, I haven't tried drawing with like everything on, so I don't know if we will experience any hiccups or anything. Hopefully we don't. But yeah, that is something that I need to look out for. And I also need to look out for why there's a delay on VTube Studio and vbridger. because it is like just a couple milliseconds, like just the tiniest bit, but it is definitely something that I notice, and it is kind of annoying. I don't know if you guys notice, but I do. And the thing is that I'm not connected via Wi-Fi. I am connected like by a local API. So basically, just like local connection through everything. And I don't know why it's making like lags and making it lag. It shouldn't lag as much, especially because I'm not using another device. But yeah, it is doing that, and that is annoying. Good thing though is that at least now you can hit me without repercussion. Yes. Because now Tits is working with this model. I set it up for Tits. Ah. Ow. Why am I just like this permanently? Ow. Oh, yeah, right. It's because I accidentally put that as my... as like an expression toggle. I should fix that. Yes. But for now, we'll just pretend it doesn't exist. Yes. Oh, thank you so much. Again, this is the Prism model. It is a customizable model, so you can get it. I have already done a couple of texture edits, but they're super simple. They're just like changing the colors of the metallic parts and also changing like a little bit of the folds on the top and stuff so that it better matches my design. But yeah, it is pretty affordable in my opinion. At least, well, it is affordable in the sense that VTuber models, like fully custom VTuber models, are worth a lot more. And you can do like a whole ton with this customizable VTuber model. And you can even like change the eye shapes very liberally. Because if I like went back to the average, VTube like Prism model, you'll see that it is actually very, very different. I'm actually planning on getting my own custom one. It's gonna be pricey. It is gonna be pricey, unfortunately, but I do get it. Making VTuber art is so time consuming. I have not made human VTuber art, but I have done my own like blanket models VTuber art. And there's so many moving parts and so many things that you have to take into account that, to be honest, I get it. I get why it's so expensive. Oh my god. It looks as if I had my eyes closed because of my glasses. Because of my glasses, when I look down, it looks as if I had my eyes closed. Well, like over 1.5k. That's so much. You know, today, since Crony was talking about that on stream, I decided to just like take a gander and sort of create like an imaginary budget if I ever were to go to Off-Kai Expo. Because I have never gone to any US expos ever. I have only gone to Colombian ones. And even though they're big, they're not in the scale of Off-Kai or any sort of like expos or cons in the US. And I made a budget for that. So just like a 4-day stay because, you know, I want to stay for the weekend, of course, but I also don't want to like arrive the day of the expo. I think that would be very stressful and I wouldn't want that. I want to sort of like have a day to relax. Same with the leave day. I would want to like have a day where I can just like relax and spend some time to myself and just like leisurely pack my stuff. And I saw that my budget for that would be around like $800 to go to Afkai. Because of course you gotta take into account their plane tickets, you gotta take into account food that you're gonna buy and merch that you're gonna buy, so you're gonna have like a budget for that. Wait. It may not be like, I think that it was actually 600 something, let me see. Up to USD, oh no, it was definitely like... let me see. Wait. The mission! Thank you so much! Thank you so much for the 7 months! I can't believe it's been 7 months already. How have you been? Also, why didn't my tits not work? Is it not connected to Twitch? Give me a second. Connections. Twitch. Twitch connected. Oh, it is connected. Here. Oh, weird. Sorry about that. Here, I'll do it. I'll do it. There we go. Yippee! 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 Also, congratulations on your yummy, yummy floral coffee bean. And your yummy, yummy roasted coffee bean as well, Space Wizard. You gotta remember your coffee beans. Don't you know that wisps will die if they don't have their daily coffee bean? It is very important. It is very important for their health that they get their daily coffee bean. Or else the poor wisps, they will die. They will perish. But yeah, the eventual cost, I think that it ended up being like around, like $800 to go to Afkai. Which is pretty pricey. Yeah, it's like $850 for Afkai. If I were to like go to Afkai by myself. Of course, it isn't like just one weekend. I did decide to like stay for 4 days just so that I could relax. So maybe it would be cheaper if it was like just for the weekend. But I don't want to be rushing. Of course, that is just like an imaginary thing. I don't think that I'll be able to go to Afkai this year. Especially if they're checking like your memes folder at customs. I think that I would be omega cooked if they did that. Not because I have like any anti-government shit saved on my phone, but because my memes are very violent. I like violence. I think that is very funny. So I'm pretty sure that if they saw that, they would be like, what the fuck is this guy doing here? Are they like going to commit arson at the convention center? So yeah. I am very happy that Crony is probably going to be a guest though. I hope that he has fun. And I did recommend that he goes with Crony Mama, even though he did whine about it, but if it is like your first time traveling overseas alone, it can be very difficult if you like don't have a very specific plan. And as someone who has traveled and has lived alone abroad, you gotta like have a very thorough plan. And besides, I know that Crony will think like it's embarrassing and stuff, but Crony Mama can just like go to Afkai for like maybe an hour and then he like goes to Afkai. It's usually the travel part that is the most difficult part. I mean, I'm sure that since he's from New Zealand, he won't have any problems, but here in Colombia, random searches are very, very common when you go to the US or any other country, usually the US. So, It can be really stressful when you're traveling alone for the first time. You have social anxiety, and then they're like, boop, Mr. Blanket a ghost, come to the back of the come to the the entrance of the plane for a random search. Boop, and then I just have to go there shivering me timbers. Also, sorry, I am scratching my nose. That's why my model's sticking out a little bit. But yeah, I am shivering with timbers, and that is very scary. And then I just have to like wait for them to like do their search, and I die every single time. But as I have traveled more, it has gotten easier. But the first time is always terrifying. You always think that they're gonna like find something on you, even though all I bring to any other country is coffee, and I bring it whole grain. It is very important that it's whole grain. If it's grounded, they'll think that there's cocaine laced on the grounded coffee. We learned this the hard way. People really like lacing their coffee with cocaine for some reason. But yeah. Wait, are you guys talking in chat? I don't know if you guys are talking in chat because I am seeing a lot of lag. Okay, we're good, I think. Okay, we're good. It does look like I am correct. That everything is working correctly. Good. But yeah, there's definitely some lag. And the stream is like super unstable. But we're okay. And yeah. I don't know why, but like when I think about it in dollars, I'm like, oh, 850 isn't that bad. 850 bucks for going to Offline to meet your friends and make treasured memories isn't that bad. It's like a good trade-off. It's a good financial decision. But then I remember that I live in Colombia and that $850 is like 3 months salary, 3 months minimum wage. And then I remember, oh yeah, right. Yeah. Perchance that wouldn't be a wise financial decision. Then again, I wouldn't be able to afford it even if I wanted to. I have like $300 to my name. Actually, probably even less. Now that I think about it. But it is a pipe dream. One does like to dream. Maybe one day I'll go to Offline. But I also remember the political thing. There is a lot of political unrest between my country and the US, so yeah, also it might not be good. Honestly, I know that my mom and my sister are like, you're gonna be okay, Ghost, because we're like the good ones. And I'm like, Mom, they don't care if we're the good ones or not. But yeah, I am scared that I will like get murdered. Or well, not murdered, but you know, that they'll just like put an ice agent on me as soon as I arrive. They'll punt me to the ground. So I think that until there's less political unrest, I will keep myself here in Colombia in a country that I really love despite everything. Yes. But yeah, I recently finished a commission that was going on for a very long time, and I'm very happy about it. And I am now working on sort of like finishing off all of the remaining commissions for 2025 so that my 2026 schedule is free. I do have to make the announcement about the shop closing down, which is sad, but unfortunately there's nothing I can do about it because everything is suspended. Well. I do not want to make a sale though because I have already put the prices at the most minimum price I could put, so that they're affordable, and also I won't be losing money by like paying for shipping and stuff. So I don't know if I'd be able to do like a like goodbye sale, but I do have my mom that will be going to the US on the 28th, I think, and so I'll be sending out the remaining orders to the people in the US that decided that they would wait for their orders. So no, not the smuggling coffee beans. Yeah, they think that I am smuggling like the hard shit, whole bean coffee beans. Hi, Saltor. Congratulations on your roasted coffee bean. I hope that it's very delicious. Mm. Ah. Ooh. Ooh. I'm still very like just like a kid with a new toy, testing out the vbridger expressions because they are pretty cute. They are pretty cute. Besides, you wouldn't say no to a face like this one, right? Right? Isn't this adorable? Never mind the weird mouth tracking. It's so cute. And I still don't know why my mouth is lopsided. Mm. But yeah, I think that it's just that it's all over the place. Which, I'll solve later. I'm sure that there are ways to calibrate this so that it doesn't go insane. But yeah, look, I'm so cute. What is the next one though? Oh, it's just like the shy one. Like slightly sweeter. Mm. Is this one the sparkly one? Yay! Sparkles! I do love the sparkly eyes. I think that they're very cute. But I also have this one. Hello, Sholtorth. Are you enjoying your roasted coffee bean? I am enjoying toggles, but there are so many toggles that I actually don't have enough spaces on my numpad to put them all. I had to sort of improvise a little. Is this the crying one? Am I crying now? Oh, yeah, am I crying? Yeah, I am. Oh. It doesn't have the tear streaks like Crony's model, but I don't think that it's necessary. I do really like the globby tears from Salu's model, though. I think that it is adorable. The globby teas are just so satisfying. Don't tell Salu that. He'll think that I like to make him cry for fun. And then he'll be onto me forever. Mean Hugo. I think that the delay is insane. I think that there is some insane delay. Because the chat is very like backed out. Let me see. Oh yeah, it is like super back down. It is super back down. Or at least for you, the mission, because I'm good. I don't know why the internet was so spotty. We missed like 50 frames. You know, that happens sometimes. That happens sometimes. One thing that I am really, really sad about is that It just seems that to have sort of like semi-decent tracking, like for example, when you are working on like having your VTuber like emote correctly and stuff, it has this like sort of like monetary like restriction because I'm not talking about vbridger or VTube Studio. Those are like relatively cheap programs for how specialized they are. I'm looking at you, Live 2D, Cubism, having a stupid subscription format. But I'm saying like sort of like the hardware. So like, hey, if you wanna get decent tracking and if you wanna look your best and be amazing, yeah, you gotta buy an iPhone. Yeah, I'm sorry, you gotta buy an iPhone and do it right now. You gotta get like the latest iPhone. And honestly, that is awful. Not only is it awful, but it also makes it so much worse for people who are actually trying to start out VTubing or that sort of like wanna start out on like doing all of this, especially because I do think that VTubing or PNG tubing or whatever you wanna do should be more accessible to people. That's why I didn't like all of the fuss about like the customizable models. People deserve to like have affordable options. Yeah, I talked about that in my last stream, in yesterday's stream. Unless you have like the full Apple ecosystem, unless you're like a full-on Apple fanboy slash fangirl, a lot of the Apple stuff is just subpar. A lot of the features are going to be locked off behind another thing that you gotta buy. And that's why I hate Apple with a passion. Also, sorry if I look like I am with my eyes closed when I look down. It is because of my glasses. It's not about the reflection, it's just that quite literally when I do this, my frames cover my eyes. Hi, Freak! And congratulations on your yummy, yummy burning coffee bean. I hope that you enjoy it a lot. Mm. Yeah, it is really funny that it is sort of like the pen animation makes it look like I'm just working like in the far right rather than actually working on this like regularly. And also my mouth is lopsided. Ah. Oh. 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 Ah. Yeah, no idea why it lopsides that way. And I do need to like do something about the reflections. Probably double up on the polarizing filters. And just do some camera magic. I do hate looking myself at a camera, but that is probably like the most accurate way that I'll make sure that the reflection isn't super bad. I probably need to like redraw this hand because the sketch is a little bit wonky. I think that I just threw this in together sort of like to make the silhouette make sense, but I forget that I actually need to use a sketch to line the rest. So I forgot to detail it more compared to like the other. Hand. Because this one is okay. This one I can like read pretty easily, but that other one? Yeah, no, I don't know what I was doing there. It doesn't really help that the sketch is kind of old. It is from a couple of months ago because I work on the backgrounds first. When it is a full illustration, I decide to work on the backgrounds first because when you have the background, then you can color the characters, respecting like the background's color palette, because colors change depending on like where you are right now. Also, I just figured out I accidentally gave Wormy 4 fingers instead of 5. Whoopsies! See? Sometimes it's just not AI. Sometimes it's just that you're stupid. Sometimes it's just that the artist is a little bit dumb. Oh, by the way, I'm pretty sure that I'm late to the party, but that thing about the person tracing AI and actually going the whole way into like actually chroma keying an entire video so that it will look like they were not tracing, that was insane. That was actually one of the most insane moments of my 2025. Also, the fact that their commissions were so expensive. Like, what are you? Who are we fooling? Who are we fooling? You're just tracing off of AI, baby. That doesn't really take any time or effort. I could do that in like 15 minutes. Well, I am gassing myself up. It definitely wouldn't take me 15 minutes. I think that it would take me like about maybe half an hour. Maybe an hour. I am not as fast as I used to be when I was a youth. Because back when I was younger, I would churn out full illustrations in like a week. But now it takes me months. There are 4 letters in Worm, so it's understandable that you would accidentally draw her with 4 fingers. I suppose so. Does thou worm have 5 fingers? Or does thou worm have 5? Probably should have asked that. Before I started with the drawing. Again, vbridger is like tweaking the fuck out right now. I should probably like fix the tolerance for the blinking on one of my eyes, because the reflection is actually making it blink a lot more. But you know how it is. It is definitely a I don't know how you say, like a learning curve. Yeah, a learning curve to learn how to do like the vbridgers and the VTube Studios parameter stuff. Fun fact though, I can actually close my eyes independently from one another. Oh. There you go. It looks way more impressive when my computer isn't freaking out. Believe me. Also, I wonder why, this is definitely, like, being so weird. Because, again, there is so much delay, so much lag, and I don't know why. Because this has, like, priority. I'm trying to, like, look, but of course I cannot look with my eyes closed. But there's definitely some delay, which I am not very happy about. But, I guess we'll have to deal with that later. It's just that it's so distracting. When I notice something, I will tweak out about it until I get it fixed. Which I know is not healthy, but I no longer am on paroxetine, so talk to my psychiatrist about it, I guess. Also, I am noticing that my mic is getting a little bit of like background noise. I'm so sorry about that. I think that is because I have it too close to my laptop. And I added another fan to my laptop. So that I guess it helps out a little bit with the overheating. And it is sort of helping. Right now, it is at... Well, the GPU is at 84 degrees, which I think is good. That is like acceptable for a gaming laptop. So, I believe that, this is like okay for now. But I mean, I also do feel bad because I haven't been streaming in such a long time, and I do miss streaming. I miss yapping. I miss being a little silly. And I mean, I already talked to myself like a whole ton, whether I'm streaming or not. So that just means that I am going to be yapping whether I like it or not. Might as well have somebody else to yap with, whether that is chat or somebody else. Hey. Destiny, hello. Wait, weren't you here before? Wait, weren't you here before? Ugh. This hand looks crazy. Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to like redraw both hands. I get what the sketch is trying to do, but it just doesn't translate to line art very well. Wait, what is the... Did like... Huh. Weird. Destiny. You didn't get your coffee bean. That's so sad. Interesting. So sorry about that. Let me refund you actually. Yeah, let me refund you. Reward request queue. Oh, oops. Apparently the coffee bean redeems are not on the queue, so... Sorry about your coffee bean. I guess it's lost to the ether. I've been there the whole time. I'm just super overstimulated. No idea why. It's okay. Feel free to just like chill back and relax. You guys know that lurkers are like probably like my biggest percentage of viewers. I love my lurkers, and if you just want to lurk, you can just like mute the stream, have it on like another tab, and I'll be okay. I don't need refund. It's okay. I mean, I cannot refund either way. I'm so sorry. Man, the hands are so fucking hard. I'm sure that there are like many easy ways to like get your hands to work, and I should probably just use a stupid reference, but I am just built different, and I want to do it by myself like a big boy. We call it the ether bean. Yeah, the ether bean. It's invisible. Another bean type has been unlocked. I do need to add more bean types though, because we have already unlocked all of the bean types. Also, ads are going to start in 40 seconds. Yeah, 40 seconds. So feel free to grab a snack, grab a drink, go to the bathroom, whatever you may need. And we'll be right back for another like half an hour-ish because again, I have a meeting. Really sorry about that, but my goal was to like get into more stuff, so. My goal was to be better at this, so. At the streaming thing. And at this like working thing. So. Unfortunately, I will leave soon. So sorry. Jelly beans would be fun. BK? I trade in coffee beans. And coffee beans only. Don't dare disrespect me ever again. Do you think this is a joke? We only do coffee beans in this house. Chocolate covered coffee bean. That is one that I can get behind, yes. Because that is actually something that you can get here. That is like an actual treat. No tiene talento, pero es muy buena moza. Voy es otra cosa muy poderosa en televisión. Tiene trasero que causa sensación. Buena moza, tiene tal. Voy es otra cosa muy poderosa en televisión. Tiene una sensación. This song is so funny, I think. If you guys don't know Spanish, this is a song about a woman who wanted to be an actress in television, but she had absolutely no talent. So she decided to sleep with the executives to get roles. And she actually became really popular and very famous. And she was very highly paid because, again, she slept with the producers and the execs to get her roles and be the star she wanted to be. Even though she like sucks ass at acting and singing and has no talent whatsoever. I think that is a really funny song. And you know what? If it worked for her, I will not judge her. It is difficult to get into the show business. And I'm sure that there are people that actually are completely okay with that. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. Is it sad for the people who actually probably would have gotten those roles because they were way more talented? Yes. It is sad. But also it is a really funny song. No tiene talento, pero es muy buena moza. No tiene talento, pero echa pa'lante. Ay, mira, 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 pero qué elegante. ¿Será que ella tiene una cocha preciosa? Tiene un buen cuerpo, razón poderosa. Mira, mira, mira lo que son las cosas. No tiene talento, pero echa pa'lante. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. No tiene talento, pero es muy buena moza. Mírala, mírala. No tiene talento, pero echa pa'lante. Mira, 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 pero qué elegante. Mira, 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 pero qué elegante. ¿Será que ella tiene una cocha pechocha? ¿Será por razón poderosa? La 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 la. La 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 la. That NVIDIA 3D model looks so terrifying. It does look absolutely terrifying. Mira, pero qué elegante. Mira, 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 pero qué elegante. Tiene un buen cuerpo, razón poderosa. Mírala, mírala, mírala. No tiene talento, pero es muy buena moza. Mira, mira, mira lo que son las cosas. Tiene un buen cuerpo, razón poderosa. Para, parara, para, parara, para, para. Also, by the way, I think that this song is actually based on a real actress, but I don't know which one. There are so many actresses in the world. You might never know. Cuéntale. Oh my god, I am right now touching my computer and it is so hot. Not in the good way. I mean, it is better than before, but still. Very hot. Not like burning hot, which is good, but still. You know what I'm talking about. You know, this song is a little bit funny because there's one verse that is like, maybe it's because it was the night that he abandoned you, or the smell of my hair that captivated you. Because that implies that that woman, when they met the singer, they immediately took a sniff out of his hair. And we're like, yeah, that's hot. That's sexy. I do understand that smelling good is very attractive to some people, but it is really funny. As long as it isn't fuming, we're A-okay. Yeah. Yeah, I still remember the one time that it smelled like it was actually burning. It smelled... something was burning. Like something was burning. And I didn't know how to feel about that. Okay, I think that this... let's say this is acceptable. I'll probably redraw it later. Because again, I do have a meeting. But for now, it's like acceptable. It is an acceptable shape. It is shapely. It is also very small. It is too small. Yeah, no, I'll just put that on the draw later list. I always usually put like a little note. And then I can just put like a cube base so that I know what I'm working with. This is too small. It should be going like way out. Like that. I do think that compared to my PNG tuber, that isn't really like that much difference in performance. Maybe I'll feel it more once I start playing games. But so far, the model and like everything has been working okay. The only problem is the lag with the tracking, but that is a V2 Studio problem, I think, because vbridger does not have the problem. It is tracking me flawlessly, if maybe a little bit wonkily. But again, that's also probably just because of the reflections. I really need to start doing more like exercises at home so that I am able to get used to doing exercise. Last time I tried 5-minute exercises, my body hurt like shit. So I think that I'm going to start very slow and probably doing some 5-minute stretching exercises, then maybe a little bit of a yoga. Because I do want to start going to the gym. But for that I need to wake up before 10 a.m. And I don't know if I am willing to give up that life. I do love waking up at 10 a.m. in the morning. It is amazing. It is awesome. Wormy did ask for the Converse, and good for her. I am actually very experienced drawing Converse because, you know, I am a 2000s kid. That was our bread and butter. Do you guys remember the Whip My Hair Willow Smith music video? Not the music video. I think that it was like she was going to like an awards, like a Kids Choice Awards, and she had those super long Converse, like omega long, and everyone was super envious because they were like, oh my god, that is like Converse Supreme. Yeah. I'm sure that many people got inspired by those super long Converse and wanted to get them. But unfortunately, they were custom made. I do know that Strange Eons did make her own super long Converse, which I'm sure are really, really uncomfortable because the Converse fabric is not the most comfortable or breathable in the world. I used to have long Converse, by the way. I used to have these ones, the ones that like go up to your ankle, and they were such a pain to put on. Especially when you were just like out of the shower and your socks were just not cooperating with you because they were also like a raw fabric, those school socks that you had to use. Why is my mix it up? Okay, my mix it up is not working. Good. Hello, how you doing? It's been such a long time. How have you been? I hope that you have been okay, and I hope that you enjoy your yummy nutty flavored coffee bean. It is completely not free. It is hypoallergenic, except if you're allergic to coffee. Then, I don't know. Enjoy! And that delay is making me so upset. I can't help but look back at the camera and then look at the delay that there is between like my mouth movement and the and my actual sounds, and it is so bad. Again, this is a VTube Studio problem because vbridger is working okay, or maybe it is like the transference between vbridger and VTube Studio that is the problem. But still, I hate that. I hate that so much. But yeah, as you can see, I have now a VTuber model. It is a person customizable model that I got gifted by a wonderful wisp for Christmas. I really need to get back into listening to more BK bands. I feel like I am a little bit like stale on the VK band knowledge that I used to have. Because I used to listen to a lot more VK back in high school, but now I don't listen to it as much. And if I do, it's usually the bands that I used to like in high school, so I should probably start listening to more VK again. This is actually a thing that I was recommended by Seven. He actually showed me this song. Or not showed me, but he like recommended it on the Discord. I do really like it. It's really good. Man. BK bands they just feel like a relic of the past. They haven't, maybe it's because I'm not like into it as much, but it just feels like you don't see VK bands as often as you did before. Now, you only really see like other stuff. Usually just like more into like the e-boy aesthetic. Not really VK. Let me check. I do think though that I am probably going to like stop stream very soon because again, I do have a call. So, alas, we'll have to go back to the just chatting stream, and I will remove the drawing hand. It is no longer needed. By the way, do you guys know that this one has like a little pen click thing? I think that is really cute. And also switches out your hand so that it also is like, oh, look. I don't know what R1 is. R2? But yeah. Look. I can like tickle your brain with this. I think that it's really cool. But yeah, I no longer need this. So, let's see who we can write out to. Let's see who we can write out to. In this beautiful, beautiful day. The problem is that I did accidentally close my creator dashboard, so it's going to take 3 million years to load. Yeah, I have no idea why exactly it is just delayed. Very delayed. No idea why though. Also very slow. Let's see. Where's the raid protection? There it is. Right time! Yeah. So this is our raid message and our raid message for subs. I'm sorry that it is like a little bit delayed. That's just because my internet is not the best right now. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Let's see who we can write out to. I don't know if Crony's still online. Probably not. I'm assuming that it's probably not. Yeah. Oh wait, Crony's still online. You know what? Yeah, let's write at the Crony. Let's write at the Crony. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Yeah. Yes. I'll probably for next stream be doing more PNG Tuber stuff because I have updated some assets on my PNG Tuber. So it is gonna have a little bit more expressions, a little bit more toggles. Yes. And I think that's really, really good for us. Yes. So I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. 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 Wait. Ugh. I'm gonna be for real. I don't like rotten mango, but Crony likes it, so yeah. I'm gonna write out the Crony, and you guys are gonna watch rotten mango, and it's gonna be okay because Crony is very entertaining. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. I'll make up a schedule for 2026 soon. I promise. I promise. I'll do that. I'll do that. And if I don't do that, you feel free to bonk me in the head. Yes. Especially now that we have a bonk toggle that actually works with the VTuber. Ow. Ow. Ah. So yeah. Goodbye. 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 Goodbye.